Hello and welcome. It's Kate Griffiths here from Whole Self Leadership. I've been aware of a trend recently with myself and my clients, because usually the two are interlinked. And it's one or two colours that keep coming up consistently, gold and yellow. And so I felt it would be helpful to maybe explore that and share some insights with you from my readings. So it started maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago when a couple of clients picked this beautiful spritzer. So have a look, see what you think of it. So much so that I now have no gold dragons left at the moment. This is my last one. And gold dragon comes up when we need to have more faith in ourselves and we want to move mountains. So that one came up and I wouldn't have really noticed it, but at the same time I had another shade of gold which is a bit closer to yellow come up in this one, which is called metal, and it's quite similar to one of the archangel spritzers. This one here, you can see there's quite a lot of overlap. This one is called Sandalphon and it has a wonderful shimmer in it. And metal, we are in a band of metal years, 10 years. And so even though we're in a water year in the Chinese system this year, as I say, it's sort of bookended at each end with metal. And metal causes polarization. And we've seen a lot of that in our world in recent years. Black and white thinking. But there is a question that's often asked in the metal energy, which is what is missing. And that can be a good thing because it can enable us to make things better. But also it means we can sometimes miss what is already here and miss being in our power, because gold and yellow relate to the solar plexus chakra, which is our power center. It is where will resides. And will is very much in the masculine energy. You know, we have both masculine and feminine energy within us, but we may have a predisposal or preponderance towards one more than the other. And I expect if you're a fan of mine, you might well be quite strongly in your masculine energy, because this is my birthday bottle. It's called the Sun, and it's come up in many readings recently. And there is a warmth to it, and an energy and a power to it. And that's good, because sometimes we need to work through obstacles, and there's a lot in our way. And it's a fine balance or a dance, because yellow is also the colour in which the ego resides, and gold in many respects is refined yellow. So what we can do is end up gripping on, wanting to control, and finding it really hard to let go and surrender to what wants to be. And in a way, if you feel that resonates and that's true for you, you might be needing a bit of this beautiful lady, the rose gold lady, which, although it's gold, is much more in its feminine. I'm just going to spritz a bit on my hand. And that is beautiful. There's it's quite powerful, but there's a subtlety to it, and there's a sweetness to it, which we don't necessarily get with all the other kind of gold spritzers. So that resonates, reach out to me, because I've got 1 or 2 of those available at the moment. So as we go through this, I want to share something else that came up just recently, and that was this bottle, which, as you can see, is gold and yellow. It's the 21 bottle in our system. And it came up today because I ended up doing a walk that's very different from the one I normally do with my dog, in service of someone else, in service of my daughter. And I saw some amazing places that I didn't even know existed in Bedford. So that was a real gift. And then on the way back, I met this wonderful woman. And we got talking, and we were talking about someone in her family whose birthday is on the 21st. So I gave her some insights from what I could see from her colour DNA blueprint. And the thing about 21 is it is the key to the door. I guess back in the day, you were 21 when you got the key to the door. But often if we've got this number, there's a degree of control. We want to really know where we're going, we want that certainty, which is kind of linked to the metal year as well. And we find it really hard to let go and allow what wants to emerge, because that's very different perhaps to our natural way of being. So I've seen quite a bit of this recently, and it's where the mind is really strong. And one of the things that colour can help us with is to actually drop from the mind, because the mind's there, the mind is our servant, faithful servant, and is great at doing those sort of mundane routine tasks like the accounts. But if we want wisdom and we want to be in our power, we need to lead from our heart, and that's a very different energy and space. And I guess that brings me to the last bottle I want to share with you, which has come up a few times recently. And that's this bottle, which is a very different colour. It's magenta over rose pink. And we tend to be drawn to that one when we're ready, when we're seeking and we want some answers, or we want to go deeper into our, deeper and understand more. And that comes when we can forgive. And I really love this idea that forgiving is actually two words: forgiving. And forgiving is receiving, because giving and receiving are one and the same. So never be afraid to give all of your heart to someone or to an event or a situation, a place, because you will receive, as long as you're coming from that authentic place and you're in your authentic power. That is because all that is true is love. And in that bottle that I just showed you, love is very much the pink bit underneath, and the lower half of any bottle represents our unconscious. And the more we can come from that place and see that forgiving is a gift and is the key, then so much opens up to us, and we come to wisdom, that place where we can shine our light. And how beautiful is that? I think it's amazing. So I hope you have found this reading insightful and helpful wherever you are on your journey. And if you have any questions, do put them in the chat below, in the comments below, and I will respond. And I wish you a blessed day wherever you are. Lots of love. Go well till we connect again.